Hello, welcome to Greenhat-Redbeard's Adventures. It's been a little while. This video is going to be about my fire making kit that I carry with me in my bushcraft hiking backpack. Before I get into this, there is another secondary fire kit that I keep in this backpack as well as pretty much every single one of my backpacks. It's a very small pouch. I'm not going to pull it out, but basically what's in it is just basically for the sake of emergencies, which contains a ferro rod, heavy-duty stormproof matches, and a Bic lighter, as well as a couple little bit of dry tinders, a little, do-it-yourself type of dry tinders, and it's just basically meant for the sake of emergencies. When I'm out in the woods with my bushcraft backpack and I'm trying to go minimal, I try to do it like a more of a bushcrafty way, but I do try to keep that extra little bit in there just in the event of an emergency type of purpose. So this is a pouch I made myself. This is a leather pouch. Please don't ask me what kind of leather it is. I really don't know, but it's basically it starts off as big circular. Put the string around it and basically drawstring it, and it makes a nicely big pouch. So this is roughly about 16 inches in diameter, give or take. So I'll open this up and take you through what's in here. So just the drawstring is just paracord, by the way. And the toggle that I have on here is just a piece of leather, nothing special. Just leather with two little silver bits there. I'm a loss for words at the moment. So let's open that up. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there, so I'll take you through it. First and foremost is I got a little. This is the little do-it-yourself dry little tinders. Basically, is what it is. I always try to keep some in here, anyways, just as because sometimes if when it's pouring rain like it is outside right now, you can't really hear it too well, but because of the shelter, I do try to carry some of these. I got a nice block of fat wood in here. I got a container for char cloth making. So it's filled up to the rim with char cloth at the moment. I'll secure that later. I got a small little pencil sharpener for those small little sticks. Just put the sticks through there, get those nice little wood shavings in there. I got a rock with a little divot in there. That's for the be used as a bearing block handle for a bow drill if I were to make one. Here's some more of these do-it-yourself fire starters that I made myself. These ones are cotton discs with candle wax. You just break them open, split them open, pull out the cotton fibers, light it, and burns for maybe about 10 minutes, give or take. I got my little pocket bellows in here as well. These are really good for getting your fire started, as well as restarting up an old fire or one that's about to die out on you. Just try to get it built up again. And of course, I got myself a nice big nice size ferro rod in here. I got my magnifying glass. I've had this magnifying glass for probably since right around 2018, 2019-ish, somewhere in that general range. And I actually just put the leather on here just a couple of weeks ago, in fact. Because before, all it has was a little strip of leather going around the outside. It was glued on. I took that off and put this leather on it instead. So it's a nice, good, heavy-duty magnifying glass. I like having them around. Like a lot of people say, like, oh, magnifying glass, that's useless. It's pointless. It's, get rid of it. It's a waste of space. But for me personally, I find that having it around is like, this is not like that big. It's not that heavy. And if by some chance that one time where I can save myself that one strike on the ferro rod, that one hit on the flint and steel, save that one match, or that little bit of fuel on the Bic lighter, why not? It doesn't need reloading. So, next up here is my actual flint and steel kit. So inside of there I got my steel, my rock, and some char cloth in there as well. This is the 1700s brass fire tin. Oh, I also have the striker piece for that ferro rod, by the way. I usually use the spine of my knife, but sometimes I'm not always carrying my knife with me, so nice to have a little striking piece with you. And I've got a few spare rocks for the flint and steel as well in here. And now basically the rest of this, try to show it to you, is just dry tinder of all random sorts. We got a little bit of fat wood in there. We got some random wood sticks, beech wood, other things of the sort. Honestly, I can't really tell you because most of it has been sitting in here for quite some time, and I really don't remember right off the top of my head. I also got some bits of jute rope, jute twine as well for that flint and steel. I got some wood shavings for fat wood, and I've got these off of somebody a couple of months back, and I'm not 100% sure what these are made of. It's some sort of a rope that's been cut, and it's got like some sort of waxy type thing. You break it open and expose the fibers, and it burns for roughly about 10 minutes or so. It's very eco-friendly, apparently. Beyond me, I don't know what these things are called, but it looks a lot like some sort of a string or something like that. I got a couple of these in here as well. And then, of course, I got some brush from the flint and steel. So, just a quick make sure that it's everything, and yeah, it looks like it's about everything. So, it's all just like in there. So of course, my fire starting tools that are in this kit, of course, is magnifying glass, number one. I'm just saying number one. I'm not saying it's the number one tool. I'm just saying, number one, number two, no particular order here. So number one is the magnifying glass. Number two, flint and steel. And this is usually my primary anyway. So this, if anything, has been my number one because I've always enjoyed doing flint and steel quite often. So this would be number one. And then, of course, I got my ferro rod in here as well. And this is also a good tool as well. And so this would probably be number two anyway. So if I had to list them in order, it'll be number one, number two, and then number three. And then, of course, as I said, I got the, speaking of which, there's a piece of length of paracord which is not in here at the moment. I took it out to replace it just not too long ago, so it's probably in my backpack if anything. But I do have the paracord and this rock here to make a bow drill set if I needed to, and I do have the equipment to pull it off if I need to. So that's my fire making kit. Those are the fire making tools that I keep in this kit. But as I said, that there's that smaller pouch that I always keep in every single one of my backpacks. It's always down the bottom of the bag. So that way it's always there, and it has that ferro rod, the heavy duty matches, and the Bic lighter, and it's always in there, just in case of emergencies. So, but every once in a while, I do change things up a bit. So what you're seeing here may not be the same as what it will be next year or next month or whatever it is. I might change things up a little bit again, because I always like to play around with different things and different setups and try to do different things all the time. It's just nice to be able to, it's not like you just carry that one or two things all the time and just keep them and rely on those two things. I like to be able to be efficient and professional with all of them, so to speak. So this is just what I carry with me right now, and that's my fire making kit for 2024. So this is Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. Stay safe. Have fun.